Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Toastmaster Day. Good
How
evening,
are
everyone.
you?
Good evening,
Thank
Udayji.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, DTM Annaji. What is your number? Actually, I tried. The number is not reaching.
Which
Do you have
one?
any other number, Annaji?
No, I have only one number.
That's this number.
0153.
Uh, 0153. Maybe the combining that maybe it's calling trying from my company number. So you have,
Yeah, could be. No, but I've not received any missed calls.
because I tried many times, but because it is saying that it is not reachable.
Oh, okay. Hi, Anju.
Hi, hello
Now
everyone.
also the same way. 052.
05050.
Oh, so okay. It's my bad, my bad. I put it
Yeah,
052 actually.
it's okay.
Okay, it's my bad. Anju ma'am, good evening.
Very good evening, DTM Krishnan.
Good evening. Good evening.
Just waiting to set up my this video camera because this is not my laptop, my son's laptop I'm working on.
Okay, fine.
Just give me a minute. That's the reason I started early. I said, okay, let me see how it will work.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Udeji, because I saw in Facebook when meeting was happening, there were a lot of, I think it is in somewhere near to the maritime city or somewhere.
Which meeting?
I think Barsha Toastmaster meeting only. I saw in Facebook actually. It was coming in the all everything was recorded in this.
We had that was in on 11th January in Russell Khaimah.
Maybe that may be. Good evening, Lensa Fernandez.
Good evening, Toastmaster. Oni.
Yeah.
Congratulations on achieving DTM.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Great achievement. How many years since you've been a Toastmaster?
No, actually, in fact, I have joined 2019. Actually, 2019 October.
Okay, so that's
Five.
like 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Five.
Okay. Okay. 19 and 15. Okay. Nice. How does it feel?
Actually, it is. I'm feeling like I achieved a milestone. Actually, so there is
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm a new Toastmaster, and when I see the DTMs coming, oh my goodness. So I'm from St. Mary's Toastmasters,
Yes.
and I have attended your meeting. I think I can't remember now. I think 2 3 months back or something. I have come.
I still remember.
Yeah. And today your topic is very good, advanced Canva. So I thought, okay, let's connect and learn
Yeah, because
something about
actually that it
Canva.
is the expert in Toastmaster fraternity. So he has the privilege and the honor to be DTM Manila Naidu. He is the past district 127 IT manager.
Who is that? Who is that?
DTM Anita Naidu.
DTM Anita Naidu. Okay.
She is ubiquitous in Toastmaster fraternity.
Actually, I'm
Mm,
very
mm,
new.
for
I
many.
joined in May last year, so
Yeah,
not even a
yeah.
year. So I'm. But yeah, there are a lot of stalwarts. I'm
Yeah,
meeting none
now
of
that,
them.
yeah,
No, but DTM Anita is ever present everywhere.
every
Yes,
syndicate.
she has come for our meeting in St. Mary's. I think one of my first meetings. And after that, I haven't met her. Or maybe, actually, even I'm a little shy, now because it's Zoom, it's different, you can talk. But I have met her, but then like when you're new, it takes time to go up to DTMs and talk to them, and you feel a little,
They are
you know.
quite affirmable. They are quite affirmable, ma'am. And actually, if you have
Yes,
any question, you can ask. Feel free to
of
ask.
course,
You
we
can
know that, but
get.
still we feel little, takes
Because
a little bit
you,
time.
you
That's
will
why
get
I'm here,
different
you know.
different perspective answers, and she's the ex-JNU.
Ex-JNU. Oh, that's Delhi, right?
Yeah, yes.
Wow. Yeah, very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. I have met her personally, and she's a very warm person. And in fact, Toastmaster Shedel, who was our past president, was telling me because I wanted to do something with kids, you know, like I like to do something for children. And then she was saying, you know, she also likes, maybe you both can connect and all. And that was like a nice halo moment. But then after that, we never connected only. Because you know how it is, life gets busy and so many things. You know. So, anyways, so this is a nice opportunity actually. So I thought I was refreshing my old memories.
And actually, that Toastmaster Anju, Toastmaster Anju, I saw another veteran Toastmaster in this fraternity. She's from India Club, and she's our
India
affiliation
Club, I have been. Sorry to interrupt you. India Club, have been Toastmaster Anju.
Anju Chandwani.
Okay, maybe by face I will know. Okay, in your. Oh yes, of course I know Toastmaster by face. She will not know me, but
Very
I know.
close. I know you.
You know
I
me?
was
Good.
listening to you. Yeah, I was listening to you, dear. How are you?
I'm good, Toastmaster Anju. How are you?
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
It's a great effort. You organized this open house, right? TTM Krishnan, our honorable president for this club.
Yes. Actually, this is all about the pushing is from DTM Manila. So
Yeah,
she took all the
she is a go-to person for anything and everything.
yeah
She'll guide you on the right path, and she will help us out with any requirements if needed. No,
yes, absolutely.
a humble, down-to-earth person.
Actually, I have been very fortunate because you know I come to church on Saturdays. I have been able to attend a lot of India Toastmaster Club meetings, you know, Toastmaster Anju, and it's really fabulous.
Are you a member of the club, India Club there?
No. I have come as a guest and Toastmaster Nimisha. I've done a lot of role timers and all role
Yeah, I
plays,
know, I know, I know it. I
contest.
know that.
I
Yeah, I know
have
that.
really enjoyed all your meetings.
Yeah,
It was such a
you're
privilege.
welcome anytime. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. They are just very new. Like I'm the only oldest Toastmaster there. All the other members are the new members there. So like I'm the mentor for the club and the
Okay.
sponsor for the club and the founder of the club, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a big
Okay.
step taken with the help of the last year district team and the current district team as well. So yeah, that's why
Okay.
we keep inviting experienced Toastmasters to guide us, help us. Uni Krishnan, you have not yet been there, so you have to come there now as a
Definitely,
DTM.
Wonderful.
I will
Undi
come,
Krishnan,
definitely.
DTM. I should address. Actually, I am forgetting to use the, DTM Uni Krishnan. Yes, you should come. It's a wonderful forum.
And ma'am, good evening. We can just wait for
Yeah, good
4 more
evening.
minutes,
Good
then
evening,
7:35
everyone.
sharp we'll start.
Let's start,
Good
please.
evening, DTM Anita.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening, Naveen, Toastmaster Naveen. Why won't? Why won't?
Toastmaster Frank is here. I think we can kickstart.
Toastmaster Lens is eagerly waiting for your presence actually.
Toastmaster Anita, does it ring a bell? Do you recall meeting me?
Your
I
face
can't
is
expect
very
it too much.
familiar. But you need to tell me.
So
I know
I'm from
you.
St.
I just
Mary's Toastmasters Club. If
from
you recall St. Mary's Toastmasters Club,
yeah. I kind of have. I've seen you there. Yeah. Did
so
we
you
talk
have come.
anything
Yeah,
specific?
we spoke something about children and all of that. You remember Toastmaster Shadel was saying
Right,
connect and all of that.
right. Yeah, absolutely. How have you been, Lenza?
Very good, very good. So nice to see you. I attended
Same
your
here.
another session which you took on, I think the new pathways or something.
Base camp. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, base camp. That session also was very good.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you. See, but for the audience, we are nothing. We all need to be there to exchange our ideas and views. Right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Toastmasters Naveen, welcome to IES.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Toastmaster Anuradha Ganesh. Welcome, ma'am. And
Good evening. Good evening.
yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Toastmaster Anu. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing? Long
I'm
time.
good. Yeah, it's actually clashing too many things. What to say? I'm really missing. I saw today and I was like, oh God, I missed it again.
Good evening,
Okay.
Toastmaster Midun and Toastmaster Sainaf. My greatest congratulations, the area winners.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Toastmaster Unique Fashion. I'm just in the car. I'll be heading home in a bit. I'll be reaching, so I'll just.
No problem.
Shall we start, DTM?
Rashmi, yeah, sharp 7:30 can we start? 7:35
Okay,
we can.
7:35. It's 7:35 now.
So Toastmaster Anu, the steps were quite simple, no, yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday's was quite simple. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. So I was feeling like, oh, I could have done that, Yeah.
Yeah. Do join in.
Yeah, I want to
You're planning
come.
something this week.
I saw the message of Karthik today and I was like, okay, let's see what's happening. 22nd is a little too many things come up, yeah. That's the thing. But
Hmm.
yeah, at least for the practice I'll come.
Okay.
Hmm.
Right.
Hi
Shall we
Toastmaster
start?
Rashmi. How are
Hi.
you?
Hi, good evening all. Shall we start?
Yes, we can start.
Okay. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Good evening to my esteemed fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and all distinguished individuals present here. I am Toastmaster Rishmi. It's my pleasure to welcome each of you to IAS 13th meeting. So, before we go forward, I would like to tell about the mission of our Toastmaster Club. As you every Toastmaster well aware of that, for the sake of audience, I will brief about the Toastmaster Club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. In our every Toastmaster meeting, we avoid discussing three topics: sex, politics, and religion. And we following our every meeting, there are some ground rules. First one, switch off or put your mobile phone on silent mode. So I would like to request all of you to do your phone on silent mode. And also, please be silent whenever someone is presenting. And one more thing, please do not cross talk during our meeting. So, this is the ground rules for our meeting. Today, we are doing our 13th meeting, and now I would like to call our then I would like to, without any further delay, I would like to call our backbone of the club, the one and only the our president DTM Unnikrishnan to proceed the meeting. So I would like to hand over the platform to DTM Unnikrishnan sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, for your kind words. Thanks a lot. So let me borrow the words from Sir Mark Twain. Well-arranged mind is the surest mark. Well-arranged time is the surest mark of a well-arranged mind. So with this note, as my name is Unikrishnan VR, I am the president of IAS Toastmaster Club. The power vested in me, I would like to, with everyone's permission, I would like to officially open IAS Club's today's meeting. And once again, a warm good evening to each and everyone, and welcome to IAS Toastmaster Club. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and esteemed dignitaries present over here. Once again, a good evening. So before proceeding further, let me share a small story with you all. Always we believe that as we are Toastmaster, we believe that challenges are blessing. So today I would like to share a small story which happened in today morning. While today morning at 8 o'clock, I was driving towards my office. I got a message. It was the core group. The message was exactly like this. I couldn't attend. I'm feeling terribly not well. So that was from our VP Education Toastmaster Sarita. So what happens? Last couple of days, she was not feeling well, and even though she was hospitalized, but she couldn't make it. So that time it was a challenge, challenge. So this many years of Toastmaster, I thought about it. Why can't because it's a challenge, it's an opportunity. Let's turn it up an opportunity. I called our other member Toastmaster Rashmi. I called Rashmi and told Rashmi, so now we are in a difficult situation and we advertised everything, but at this point in time we are facing some sort of challenges. So can let us overcome that challenge. So immediately she come forward and took the complete initiative and rearrange everything. And 12, I believe it is 12 around 2. She communicated everyone and circulated that agenda to all the group. This is the power. This is a dedication. I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Rashmi, and I will dedicate all the credit to Toastmaster Rashmi for organizing just such a wonderful, nice event without any hesitation. My dear friends, we always believe that challenges are blessing. We are awaiting for challenges, then only we can overcome that challenge. With this note, for the benefit of our audience, our guest, let us look into some facts and figures of Toastmaster International. Toastmaster International is a non-profit organization headquartered in US Colorado, and mainly focused on public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. Through clubs, more than 15,000 clubs across 144 countries. Roughly, I can say that more than 3 lakh members. So we are quite a good number of people across the globe as Toastmasters. So now at the end, each person, and as far as I am concerned, I believe that each and every person, organization, all they have 4 values. The values are most important. The same way, the Toastmaster International has 4 core values. Let's reiterate those values. I humbly request each and everyone, let's repeat after me that the first core value is integrity, respect, excellence, service. So this is we must embrace those values, because values are the the behaviors. So we must respect and we need to take along with our journey. Now, as far as IES Toastmaster is concerned, last fortnight was really shining, ravishing. It was completely packed with a lot of achievements. So let me point out some of our great achievements. The first one is Toastmaster Mithun. Mithun, will you please switch on your camera if it possible? I think he is driving, but he secured first place in area 13 contest. No, now it is another our member that Toastmasters sign up. Toastmasters sign up. She secured second place in table topics and third place in humorous speech. Now again that journey, the success is continuous. Our privileged member, our one of the greatest veteran Toastmaster Anshu Chadwani has completed level 3 in her level 3 pathways motivational strategies. My dear friends, let us give a big round of applause to each and every the three our great heroes for the past fortnight. Thank you so much. Now it is the time to, in every meeting there is a introduction for the guests are really inevitable. Without guest we can't move forward. We are the because and before moving to that, let me illustrate about the structure of a Toastmaster. It starts from the club members, a group of members, herd of members coming together, a club, then a couple of clubs, around 5 to 6 clubs together area, and 3 to 5 areas form to become a division, and 8 to 10 divisions to become a district, then region and international. So this is the structure, chronological order of Toastmasters International. So now it is the time to meet our esteemed guest, Toastmaster Belinda. Can you please brief yourself? A quick introduction about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Belinda, and I'm so glad to be joining in this meeting today. Yeah, and
welcome, Belinda, to IS Toastmaster Club. So I believe that so there is Anuradha. Can you just brief about you are from which club and your profession?
Good evening, all. Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
It's my pleasure to join this online meeting. I'm Anuradha Ganesh. I am from Emirates Toastmasters Club. I'm a psychologist and artist by profession. I joined Toastmasters recently. I joined in the month of September. And I saw this your flyer today in the district official group, and I was really interested in the meeting. So I thought I'll join for the meeting today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ananda, and warm welcome to IAS Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Girishma, if you are able to just switch on the camera and just brief us, what is your? Can you give a brief introduction about your profession and which club are you belong to? Are you there? Mr. Nabi? You are muted, Naveen.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm Naveen Frank, and I am the Area 31 Director presently. I belong to Crescent Toastmasters Club in Sharjah, Division H. And I also am a member of an online club down south of India in Mangalore. I'm happy to be here. DTM Anita Naidu has been a very strong mentor of our club, and she was mainly responsible for reviving the corporate club after the pandemic. I thank her for that, and I was happy that she's there in this club. It's the first time I'm joining your club. You will also find another guest here by the name of Yvonne, spelled as YVONNE.
Yeah.
Now, I have convinced, that's my wife, I've convinced her, but she said yes, provided nobody asks me to speak anything. So let's not push it. But she's there with us. She's in the other room, I'm here.
Yeah. So, warm welcome, Area Director Naveen Frank, and welcome to IAS Toastmaster Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please come. And I believe I have done everyone. And now it is the time to hand over this virtual podium to our today's vibrant personality, our creative guy, and I'm handing over this virtual podium to Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster DT Krishnan. Next, we need to move forward with our next section. So next, I would like to introduce our role players. there are our counter and grammarian wordmaster timer. We got a wonderful person from my experience from the Toastmaster. The one person who will not say no. Whenever I ask or our club or some help, he always ready to assist. So for this today's meeting, we got a wonderful Toastmaster personality. By profession, by profession he is a quality surveyor working in a Dubai holding real estate, and he is part of Toastmaster Club from so far and VP of Q Voice Toastmaster Club. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bhuvaniga to introduce the word of the day, and he also handling the role of our counter, grammarian, wordmaster, and timer. So he said he's handling his today he will be the backbone of our meeting. So without further delay, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bhuvaniga to introduce about his role and word of the day for today's meeting. The platform is yours, Toastmaster Bhuvaniga.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Resmi, for your wonderful explanation for me. Today I play many roles. I also forgot what I do. First one is R counter. R count is a silent role. It's very, very important. Especially now I mention what is the purpose, what is the uh, responsibilities as an accountant I should do. My duty as an accountant is to listen alternatively to each speaker and make a note in the following used by the speakers. The crutch words sound like filler words like but, so, like, will. Filler phrases, and etc. And repetitive words like sometimes you use so, and like. Once I call upon, then I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Second one is the timer. Timer is also another important silent role because I want to tell something. Time is very essential factor when we do or when we when we are going to do something. The time is very important, especially in an interviews. Sometimes it's an TV programs. Time is very important. So as a timer today, I'm going to evaluate your timing, especially in the prepared speech session, table topic session, and evaluation session. I will helpful and to our TM module to manage the time throughout the meeting. Then grammarian. As a grammarian is another one of the major silent roles because grammar is very important. As a grammarian, like accountant, I throughout the meeting I listen carefully all of your speeches, table topic speakers, evaluations, and every roles, and I note down the misuses of the language as well as proper uses of the language. At the end of the day, when I will be called upon, I will present my report. Word as a word master, there is because I am in my laptop. There is a problem error. I cannot open my presentation, but no worries. I will introduce a word. As a word master, the words are very important. Today, there are some guesses here. Every meeting, we will learn a new word. So now I'm going to introduce this word. This word is convivial. It's spelled like CONVIVAL. The meaning of this one is friendly. It's very similar words to friendly. We can use this was as a adverb. Have a convivial day. It means have a friendly day. And we can use when you say something. Example, I do something in a convivial way. Likewise, convivial is very similar word, but you can use because it is we can use this word in your day-to-day activities and every because it's very I think it's a new word as well as it's very simple words. So I hope you will get this and grab this and spread throughout the meeting. So somebody, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster. She sent a message. Thank you very much. You can use this one throughout the day as a word master. My duty is I listen careful throughout the meeting. Then when you use this word, then I count, and at the end of the day, when I will be called upon, then I give the reports. I hope you will make me trouble. It means you will use these words and then I will count. Thank you. Over to you, our energetic Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Wordmaster of the Day. Thank you so much for the wonderful word. So I would like to request everybody to use this word during the meeting so we can learn together. Next section, we need to move forward next section. So in every Toastmaster meeting, each speech, whatever we delivered, what evaluation we given, every encouragement we are learning. So the Toastmaster is a complete platform for everybody to grow together. Every speeches we providing that give a more, that means that some person is evaluated and we get a feedback and we are growing. So in our every Toastmaster meeting, there will be a prepared speeches. Today, today I would like to welcome the prepared speeches Toastmaster. So first, I would like to introduce before the prepared speech person. I would like to request introduce the evaluator for today's speech. The evaluator for today's Toastmaster Anju is the Anju will be doing her speeches and it is evaluated by Toastmaster sign up. So I would like to request Toastmaster sign up to brief about Toastmaster Anju's speech. Toastmaster sign up.
Hello. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rashmi. A very good evening, everyone, Toastmasters and guests. The member, Toastmaster Anju, is attempting her project 1 of level 4 motivational strategies. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice the skills needed to motivate team members through the completion of a project. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of her experience motivating team members through the completion of the project. Speech length is 5 to 7 minutes, and the title of the speech is Building Bonds and Breaking Records, a Day of Fun, Leadership, and Teamwork. All the very best, Toastmaster Angie. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster sign up for the brief introduction for the speeches. So I would like to welcome the vibrant. There are so many there are so many points to be. I have to by head to introduce the author. So means the next speaker. So today we are going to hear from a prepared speech from the person Toastmaster Anju. Toastmaster Anju is a author, ALES trainer, leadership mentor, motivational speaker, and content creator, and even chartered president of Indian Club Toastmasters and a area director. There are yeah, Toastmasters. So we would like to hear to see from the speeches from Toastmaster Anju. Without further delay, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Anju to present her speeches. Toastmaster Anju, ma'am, the platform is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for this wonderful welcome. Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Imagine the sound of laughter, the thrill of competition, and the joy of bonding with family. And of course, the ever present question, who ate all the snacks? Sounds like a dream, right? But thanks to all the members of India Club Toastmasters and our amazing XCOM team, we turned this dream into reality with the sports event we organized last year. And today I am here to share with you how we motivated each other and how we made it happen with our planning, with our meticulous planning about each and every step that we would be taking ahead. Now, we started with a very simple idea, a sports day, but a sports day with our families who are not Toastmasters, who are children, who are aged people, who are grandparents as well. So let's organize a sports event that will not only bring us together, but our families together as well. It wasn't just about playing games. It was about creating sweet memories together, fostering teamwork, and have a convivial day together. But the key to making this a success was, any guesses? How does a leader make a team a success? Any guesses?
Influence.
Okay. Anyone else?
All the members coming together.
Great. And then there is a very, very important word which we as leaders at times tend to forget. That is called delegation. I saw the leadership potential in Nimisha and Sanjay. They are the both Toastmasters of our club. And I knew that they'd take charge and bring out the best in each one of us. And not a surprise, they did it. They stepped up, created small teams, and managed everything from organizing traditional games like 7 tiles, spoon and lemon race, a sack race, the tug of war, and ensuring everything that it went very smoothly. Toastmaster Nimisha and Toastmaster Sanjay were at the heart of this. But they also made sure that they are again sharing their load. They are not just carrying everything on their shoulders. So again, they delegated some of their work to the members of the club. Now, what was that work? They formed groups wherein each one was made in charge for picking up each individual game and organizing prizes and everything. We had a team who was in charge of the snacks and the tea. And by giving a chance to everyone, they not only encourage their involvement in the whole event, but they also learned how to delegate their tasks further. And believe me, the fun we had, the 7 tiles game turned into a fierce competition with some seriously impressive footwork. You could see people running, hiding from the ball, picking up the tiles, and just screaming out their heart. Watching our team members leap and dodge to knock those little tiles was watching professional athletes in action. And I believe that if given a chance, they can be one of the Olympic champions also. And don't get me started on the cricket match. I tell you, they were just like a few cricket stars between us. You could see a Tendulkar in action and you could see many more in action there. The sack race. How many of you have played a sack race before? Okay, it is a very old traditional game. It was a pure chaos. People were tumbling down, people were trying to fit into the sack and hopping like they have never done before. There was laughter and joy everywhere around us. And the lemon and spoon race, it required a balance, it required a pace. And I would say the lemons had a more better chance to escape than all of us when they were on the spoon there. It was all about fun, laughter, and pushing each other to do better while never forgetting to enjoy the moment. And of course, the tug of the war, it was like an ultimate war of strength and teamwork. The sounds were dum laga ke haisha. For the people who cannot understand, I will translate it into English like put your force and haisha, let's do it together. And we had people shouting, pulling, and giving it their all. But what stood out was that each one was cheering on each other. Whether you were winning or losing, it didn't matter. We could see grandparents clapping loudly for their grandchildren. We could see parents dancing up on their feet, which they had never done those steps at home. They were all so excited. They were all so very happy. It was more than just games. It was joy and team spirit at its best. Now, did the day end with just the games? No. The fun continued with the prize distribution, wherein all our excom. It was not only me as a president giving away the prizes. I was I was honored enough to invite each and every excom on the stage and give them that honor and give them that place. A true leader does that. A leader doesn't take the place for himself or herself. A leader leaves the place, prepares more leaders to take that place and step up. That is how a true leader works. And you could have seen their expressions. They were brimmed with joy. They were full of joy. They were being recognized as a part of a celebration, and they were recognizing the efforts of the team members ahead. Now, in the end, again, it was not about winning or losing. It was all about the collective spirit, the spirit of joy that we all shared. Now, as a leader, I have learned that I wasn't there to do everything myself. A leader doesn't stand in front of the team to take all the credit or wear a crown and walk like a boss. No, a true leader stands behind the team, supporting them, guiding them, and ensuring that they succeed. And that's what happened exactly with Toastmaster Nimisha and Sanjay and everyone who pitched in to make this event a success. I am proud of what we all accomplished together. Now, so let me have you just 3 points to keep in mind. Leadership is about trust and empowerment. When you recognize a potential leader and delegate tasks, you are helping them to shine and bring out the best in themselves. What if I had not delegated on them? I wouldn't have seen the potential in them. Second point, teamwork makes the dream work. No matter how big or small the task is, when we all come together, when we all support each other, we can truly achieve great things. Third point, never underestimate the power of having fun together. In the end, events like this create memories, strengthen relationships, and reminds us of what makes our club so very special. The bonds we build together and the laughter we share. Now let's remember the best teams are the ones that work hard, laugh together, and celebrate every and each small little victory. Whether being on the second position, third position, or first position, doesn't matter. We did it and we made it happen. It is like beating your friend at the lemon and spoon race. We all enjoyed that, right? It was not a big race, it was not an Olympics, but we all enjoyed that. Let us all Keep that spirit alive and let's continue to motivate each other to create such wonderful events in the future. And now, before I leave, a final thought for all of you. If you weren't able to attend that event, don't worry. The next year's 7 tile season is coming up soon. And trust me, I challenge you, come forward and be a part of it. And let's keep our energy high. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anju, for the wonderful speech. Everybody is really inspired about your speeches. Thank you so much. So I would like to request the timer's report for the speech. Toastmaster Bhuvaniga.
Hi, thank you very much again. Good evening again. And Toastmaster Anju, she gave us a very nice speech. She took 9 minutes and 1 seconds to complete her speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhuvaniga, for the timer's report. Next, before we move into our next section, I would like to tell about a small incident I have experienced during the Toastmaster journey. I still remember I am a part of another club also. When they assigned me as a sergeant arms, and the first time I am standing in front of the stage, I saw. First time I'm seeing a lady sitting in front of me with a short hair, wearing a dark blue churidar. And when I stand here and saw, I directly saw that ma'am. So with first time when I standing there, I by hearted Toastmaster mission. But when I standing there, I forgot everything. I'm saying Toastmaster is saying no words are coming, but in front of me, that like a teacher, that ma'am is saying that one. I lip movements. I whatever I followed that lip movement and I finished my sergeant arms row at anyway. That time I didn't. Everybody. I first time ASS Toastmaster journey. We know we were very nervous and everybody is introduced. My name is this. Okay. That time also I heard. I introduced them. That time also I heard that name of ma'am, but it's not stuck in my name. In my mind. But when our president called, next is our special guest, DTM Anida. That time only that name is into my heart because this is that it will forever it will be in my mind because the first time I was in the stage I totally blind what to say that time like a teacher so kind that ma'am is sitting in front. I never know ma'am remember that incident but still it is in my heart. So I am very much excited today's expert talk series because I am considering as DTM Anida ma'am as my teacher. That means like my first teacher in Toastmaster that helped me to stand in front of the stage and to complete my first role. That was the first experience I have with our DTM Anida ma'am. So today everybody is excited to wait for the expert talk series. So I would like to welcome our DTM Anida ma'am. So I will give a short intro about Anida ma'am. Ma'am is a postgraduate in remote sensing physics from Jawaharlal Nehru Technology University and passionate Toastmaster for almost a decade who won at division level contest in international speech and evaluation several times. She is a handwriting analyst and an entrepreneur in printing for 11 years and now passionating pursuing her PG in psychology. Past area director and the first Toastmaster in district to execute online meeting in 2020. So I would like to welcome DTM Anida to move forward with the expert talk series. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, and I'm so glad that small gestures can go a long way. Thank you so much for reminding me of this particular episode or incident in both our lives. Having said that, each of us have always been having somebody whom we could look upon to when we were in moments of public fear or any kind of when we are stuck somewhere. We always look upon to the small people. I mean, people who come up with small gestures but make our life easy for that moment. So I think we're all doing it very effectively in Toastmasters, and let's keep doing it. Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. So good evening, everyone. How is everyone today? Now, the word of the day is convivial, which is like friendly. So I think we need to maintain a friendly atmosphere, a very convivial atmosphere today, because it's a learning atmosphere and not a classroom. Let's not assume it's a classroom. It's more of how much we all have put our hands into Canva and how much of it can still be done. And if there's something which I need to know, I should know it from each of you there. So how many of you have not used Canva at all? Y'all can raise your emojis or use your emojis to raise your hand or switch on your, anyone who's not used Canva. Let's have the mics unmuted, please. And let me know what is the extent to which you have used Canva. Let's just use another 2 to 3 minutes to understand my audience better before I proceed. For what did you use Canva?
Lydia, Manita, if I may, I tried my hand at it for the flyers for my club,
Yes.
but I ended up losing interest due to frustration of not being able to know how to use it, and that is one of the main reasons I'm here to learn from you.
Okay. Today we wouldn't be touching majorly on the the design elements. We will do a little ahead. We'll go a little ahead because we've done that before. What we will do today is take you all through the apps that are there in Canva, which can make your life much more exciting in the field of design. And there's much more if you have Canva Pro, but unfortunately I don't have Canva Pro. So you're not talking about the collaboration of Canva for making, for data merging. We're not doing data merging today. So no connecting to data, but we will just use it for enhancing our design elements. Now, anybody else has anything to put in there before I proceed? One more person
I
can.
did for presentation actually, but I already totally eye to eye with the Toastmasters and the AD Naveen that because sometimes I'm feeling very difficult to arrange the photos and all this, the time constraint, the space constraint. In fact, actually.
Okay. There is a space constraint. Now, do you all design from scratch or do you use a template?
From scratch, actually, from scratch. But that is when I'm arranging the photographs and all these things. So I'm not comfortable with that. The space location and all this.
Okay, ideally, I would suggest for people who have not tried their handed design before, the easiest thing to do would be to use it from a template. Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I kept these things open because Canva can be very asking sometimes, and then it just can collapse because of memory issues. So we'll just see how much we can do. So to begin with, for all those people who, when we are making a flyer, we kind of don't get some images which are of good resolution or the right kind of images. And as Toastmasters, we have a branding where we need to use images which are real pictures, right? So what we will do is first we'll touch up on this is a normal the regular Canva. It's a free Canva version. Okay, it's not the pro Canva version. So there is something called in the home page, Dream Lab. Okay, so if you go to Dream Lab and click there, it's a lab and you can actually talk about what you want here. So suppose you want, describe the image in a few words. So suppose you want, let's say we're having a contest, let's say a debate contest. So you can actually type in here, debate contest with mics and lectern and two teams of 3 people, okay, in each team. Now how much ever we can get to this, we will try to make it clear, and then we'll talk about create. So it might, okay, there are credits for this. In it, for Canva free version, you get 2 to 4 credits, 2 to 8 credits, which means in a day twice you can generate if you have 2 credits. So, and then again after after 24 hours you will revive those 2 credits. So whichever you want to use, not for everything, but for some things for which they want to start charging, they have given these credits. So can you see this? You're getting some beautiful images out here. And then, you can go about making it into a comic also by asking it to give a comic look, which is in Smart. So you have creative look, cinematic look, illustration look. So I'm going to ask it to become an illustration look and then create. Now, one thing we all need to be mindful, though we are all loving this AI thing, you can see this, okay, it's created a comic version of this, or the illustration version. People who've read Asterix and Mandrake and Phantom, so this is the illustration version. Now, every time you're going to query on ChatGPT or on Canva, please be mindful that, the request is going all the way to the servers and coming back, and the amount of KB, not even GBs, but the kilobytes that are going and getting retrieved is all electric pulses, right? Eventually, there's a lot of heat that is being generated, and gallons of water is being thrown, lashed on to cool the servers in its own way. So if we are using AI, we need to be very mindful about our environment. All right. So it will not be just forest fires. It would be man-made fires if we are not careful. Okay, so this is Dreamlab for you. Very, very crisp, very small. You can explore more than this, because every time we do something, there's a lot of memory that goes in and time consuming also. So if you come into Dreamlab on the left menu, that's the last menu. It was a beta version. It's now complete. So in this, you can actually select the style that you want: cinematic, concept, macro, moody, pop art, vector. So if you want a vector, how much ever you enlarge it, it won't lose its clarity. So if you convert it into a vector. So these are the things. But in Toastmasters, if you want a prime thing, you need to be looking at it as a picture, a proper photograph, not picture, a photograph. So Toastmasters brand always encourages only photographs of real people. So try not to, unless you're doing this for something else. All right. So this is Dreamlab for you. Then we will move into something which is even more, which was very much more important for me, which is image upscaler. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so we go into, if you look at the home page, before I go there, I just want to quickly run through this home page. Now, you know that the top part is for the different things that you want to use it for. You're using it for a flyer, for a document, for a whiteboard, or for a presentation, for a social media, whatever. Okay. So again, when you go in there, let's suppose you're creating a social media. It could be an Instagram story, or it could be a LinkedIn that, you have a LinkedIn profile, right? If you want to change the cover picture over there, so you can actually look in for that. So you can actually type it here, and it will give you the dimensions on its own. Cover picture, yeah. So profile picture. So you can actually look in. You don't have to mug up the dimensions for different things. Like YouTube also, it's got its own. If you're creating a thumbnail for YouTube, you can actually type in YouTube over here, YouTube thumbnail, and it'll show you, okay. So you can see all these. You just pick them up and then use them to create a design. So design creation is all. It's automated. When it comes to the dimensions part of it, this is that area. All right. Now coming to the left side, home projects. Okay, the different projects that one has done will come in here. So all your certificates or whatever will come in here. And then templates. So for people who are not very art savvy or not into art, the best thing to do, I think for anybody, the best thing to do is to start with a template. So, it all depends on what kind of a template you want to create. Now, suppose you are creating something on events, okay? So if it's a event like this, now this is a Canva Pro. Let's take one which is free. Okay, you can actually customize it. I'm just quickly taking you all through this. So you choose a template and then come into customizing it. Now you've already created in your Dreamlab some, pictures. Okay, so here what we're going to do is, I'm not going to go back to Dreamlab, but I'll just try to replace the pictures over here. Yeah, I'll just try to replace the pictures over here. Now you can see that this is absolutely not our Toastmasters brand color lines. So if you have any uploads which are Toastmaster uploads, like you might be having the logo. Yeah, so just pick that logo and put it on here. Okay, just put it there. After which you right click on this and apply the colors to the page. Okay, still if you're not getting the right ones, you can keep repeating this. Okay, so suppose this is not satisfactory, the next thing that you can do is go into your templates and go into styles. You can see the Toastmasters palette over here. You can click on this. Okay, I think because this is certain images will not really work because it's too far away from the desired palette that we are looking at. Okay, so what we can do is choose another palette from the template, like something which is close, and click on it. And then once you have this, you can bring your Toastmasters logo from here into this place. Just make it small and right click on this and apply colors. So it gets applied. So here it was more of a picture, an image out there, so it could not change. But if it is text and backgrounds and more so created ones, it will definitely change the colors. All right. Still, if you're not happy, you can still go about and go to templates, styles, and choose this. You can try all kinds and then be happy with whatever you ultimately get. So this is one way of getting a Toastmasters branded color line template. Okay, so the most easiest way of doing this. Now, this is one part of it. Let's go back to home. Okay, for you, for people who want to design a flyer, suppose you are just going into the home and you want it for the Facebook, let's say, okay. So I'll just go in here and quickly say Facebook post. And once a Facebook post comes in here, now I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start with, from where to start. So I just go and pick a template. Now in this template also, you can be kind of choosy, like, you can be selective, like this probably will be my kind, let's say, okay, I choose this. Then I bring back the Toastmasters logo here by going into uploads. Okay. So I bring back this and then I just say apply colors to the page. So I get more so the colors that I want. Then I just reduce this somewhere and put it, these are all frames. So if you just put it there, it will kind of take the shape of whatever frame is there. Now suppose this is not a frame, so I'm just putting it here. Now coming into this, you can change the text over here and name it as IE. Okay, IES Toastmasters. And just take it a little bit and make it less so that it fits in there. Then you have the logo here. Then you want to put in some text over here. Any text, maybe the, what is it called? You just want to put a text which is a club mission, let's say, or core values. Okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to, the alignment and all that, left, right, and center alignment. So this text, I'm going to bring it here and put it here. All right, so I'm going to use from this template whatever I want. So I don't want this picture here. Obviously, what is it doing? There's a frame here. So I want to put a picture which is suitable for this. So what I do is I remove this. Probably I have a Toastmasters picture somewhere. So I'll just put in that picture over here. Got it? And then maybe another picture which goes with this. So I've created a decent banner for, a flyer for my Toastmasters. In case you have some, winners in the recent past, let's say, so we can have the winners coming up here. Let me see if I got some winners. Okay, so somebody who's spoken, so can come in here. You want to give a banner of your a summary of the latest meeting that you have in the form of pictures. Okay, so it could just be you pick it up from Facebook and then you put it here. Okay, instead of having some other pictures pulled out from elsewhere, you can have pictures which you can adjust from your own club meeting and put it on your flyer. In case there's any doubt, you can always stop me. So this is a basic way of doing a flyer. So now having said this, now quickly we move into something which is more exciting. Elements is where you actually have all the frames. If you see here, if you just say frames, okay, it shows you all the frames. Now what kind of frames do you have here? You have a star, a diamond, a circle. Mostly we use these kind of things, a circle kind of thing. Now what are frames? If you look at this, I have this frame. If I have a picture which I want to fit in, like general evaluator, I want to put a picture there. So I'll just pull the person's picture into the circle, okay, and then into the frame. And then now I'm not happy with this being like this. You can always say, the shortcut to get a circle is C. So get a circle, change the color of the circle to something which is, and then put the circle as here you have position, bring that front, put the circle and this can be grouped. And just move this later to whichever place you want, ungroup it, and then move the picture accordingly. All right. So this is how we work with the different pictures from our club. Now, having said this, now quickly we'll move into something called an image upscaler, which I was talking about, which is right here. All right. So I'll use a new, this is a new slide. You can always generate each slide as when you say download, you can generate them as PNGs, JPGs, or if you're printing them, you can do it as a PDF print, like for certificates and so on. Okay, if I'm not audible, please let me know. I kind of have made this small. Yeah. Okay, now here, suppose there's an image which is very blurred, let's say, okay, and let's take a picture again from Toastmasters only. Like let's take the Kaushikji's picture over here. This is also actually equally good. Picture which is not good. Yeah, can you see as I zoom into it, it's blurred. Now this is where, suppose you're doing a big blow up print in your bedroom or in your hallway, you want to do some nice picture print, but the pictures that you're getting on the internet are blurred. So not to worry, because I've done such big hoardings of late for some religious events, and I was so happy that this comes free of cost, because this image upscaler will multiply the resolution by 4 times, which is like amazing. Like you can go up to 7 feet, yeah, and more, also 10 feet. So all you have to do is go to image upscaler. Each app takes its own time to okay, I've chosen this because I've selected this. If you don't select it, it'll ask you to choose a file, but since I've selected this, it'll accept this file. Now I'll just zoom into this. Okay, can you all see this? I'm just zooming it for you all, how blurred it is, right? Now I'm going to say 4 times. Please upscale it. Now this can take a while. So if it is a huge picture and you want it even more better, like those photographies which does not have sharpness, where you can't see the curves inside, like a sculpture or something, where you can't see the texture inside. This helps a lot. All right, so you need to upscale your picture. We'll just wait for some time for this, and then I'll take you all to something which I've already done, so it's easy for you all to understand. So upscaling can be your old pictures which you want to use in your flyers, but they are very blurred. You can please bring them onto this Canva and upscale them, and they turn out to be really good. There is also a pixel enhancer, but I found even upscaling equally good. So you can use pixel enhancer or upscaling. Okay, how long will I have to wait? I don't know. Okay, then we go into this. As it's happening, we'll come back to that a little later. Okay, I'm not seeing the chats and all that. In case you people want to say anything, please unmute yourself and talk, okay? All right. So now coming to this, there's one more very interesting one, which is called the Voice Studio. Okay, so you want every time, like, you are doing something but you don't want to use your voice. You want to show a picture or a video, but you want to use somebody else's voice. So you want to put a text over there. Now this is where it comes in. If you see this, I've just created it right before this meeting, where I have the mission here, and somebody else is going to read. Some Emma multilingual is going to read it for me. We provide a supportive and I think I have to share the sound. Could you all hear that sound? No,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, very much.
Fantastic. Positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and impact their communities. We empower people to develop communication and leadership skills through a welcoming, high quality. Okay, this is where there are two types. Okay, one is as is, it will read. The other is it will add its own touch. See, it's a chat. The first one is e-learning. The second one is chat. So it's going to change it into a chat and talk. So it's almost like a podcast. You could just come up with something which is written in a normal language, but it will turn it into a chat, into a communication drive. So you could use all of this. I have already used this in just give me a second. I have already used this. Okay, I'll finish this. Now, if you see this over here, I'll just say replace. Okay, now let me zoom this. Can you see this? Is this clear? So earlier it was so blurred in the smallest zoom. Now I've zoomed it so many, 4 times more or even less than that. And you can see it's pretty clear. So I feel image upscaler is a boon from Canva to us. Now I'll just close this. Coming back to this, I'll tell you how the Voice Studio is used. Okay. So we start with a small Insta reel, let's say. And to this, I'm going to add some upload. Some kind of a picture, like which I have added before. In this particular thing, I'm just adding my picture with Manoj. Okay, so we have this picture here. I'm just filling the whole thing. Now to this, I want to add, I go to Voice Studio and click on this. I want to add this text. Okay. Now there is Emma, there's Ava, there's Andrew. Now Andrew is obviously a male voice. So if I want to put in a male voice here, I can use him. Now this is going to be in the chat format. Okay. So I'm going to use Andrew and add text also if I want to over here. It's come in a very small font size. So increase the font size if you want the text here. If you're having something like a quote and a picture and you want to talk about it, you can actually use this. Okay, just put the font here. All right. Now I'm going to regenerate. So quickly, I'm going to show you can
Toastmasters is a thriving and diverse global community. We enhance the person.
Okay, so it has changed the voice to a male voice. So you can just have it here. Now, something on the same lines I've done from a different, just give me a second. from a different account. So let's go into that account now. Yeah, this is my account. So here, if you see, I have okay, if you can see here, there's a lot that's happening in this particular picture. So I'm just going to take you all to the first part of this. There's a lot of memory issues that's happening. Just give me a second. So no, that's not good. Okay, now I'll go back to that in a while. It might take some time. Here you can see that I am going to use the apps that are there in Canva. Okay, so we've done Dream Lab, we've done Image Upscaler, we've done Voice Studio. I will show you another good example of Voice Studio shortly. Now we are going into the apps. So Canva has got amazing apps. Some of them have come with credits, like I told you, and some of them are free. So you need to identify which ones are free. So here what we're doing is we're going into, okay, quickly go into product photos. And I already, you can choose, see, suppose you're doing some showcase of your products. So you can use this to make some new showcase. Like suppose I have things like, you know, I randomly pick some pictures over here. And let's say this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, and then I say next. And then I say next. Here you can choose the style that you want for your pictures. So I would prefer something which is like this and apply. So this is called the product showcase. Okay. In case you have a lot of pictures that you want to put in a different format, this is what you need to use. This is going to come. Okay. In the meanwhile, let's get back to this side of this works. Okay, this has come. So can you see how it's turned the entire photography into its own, it's given it's the most beautiful touch. Like suppose you have winners, you have something like, you know, you don't have to really sit and make things. So all this you can download and then put it into your template over there. Like I've shown you, collage template or something like that. So this is known as the product photos. Then you have mockups over here. Again, this is also a very beautiful thing because I'm into printing. For me, this is very good because if I want to put a picture on this or on laptops, wherever, you know, suppose I want to put it on a tablet, let's say. So my tablet is lying down and these are all not the free ones, but nevertheless, yeah, is there anything that's free out here? Yeah, this is it. So we use this and any picture that you have, which you want to put on top of this, you can actually use that picture. So let's get started. Select and we'll put a picture on top of this. Like let's say a picture like this. Can you see that? And then you can actually adjust the image if you want. Like suppose you feel it's like too much, you know, just. So this is one thing, or you could go back and do it on the cushions or on the mugs. and then show it to people who want to buy the gift from you. Or it's just like, how do you want to see it? Okay, so I select this, and on this I want to wrap a picture like this. Can you see that? Yeah. So all the questions and all that. So this is mock-up. So you can see on under the recommended thing over here, you get content planner, which you need to buy. It's a beautiful one, but we're not doing that, obviously. Product photos, which I've shown you, the showcase of pictures of your winners or your new products or whatever, and whatever product launch if you have, like jewelry. And mock-ups is, you've seen the mock-ups, like this is, like suppose you want to create a flyer wherein you want to put things on a cup, or you want to see this. These are all beautiful, right? You can use them. So you just want to use this, then you download this picture and put it as a part of your flyer. So you don't have to really go in search of a mug and then try to fix something on top. Everything the AI does it for you. Clear? So you have roll-up screens, you have window screens. So you can just do this from the mock-ups. Now we'll close this to save our computer memory, and we'll come to this. Now here I said no, this apps thing, and in the apps there's something called the first one that I'm going to show you all is Speed Painter. Okay, so most of you must have seen that when you are when the pen just moves and then things are getting created over there. This is, I mean, something which you're getting free of cost in Canva. Can you believe this? So I just picked a picture of Mickey Mouse and used it in the Speed Painter, and just see how it matters, how it just does within no time. It does the sketching and even this. So these could be, if you have a picture. See, now this is a little bit, if you look into this, this has got too many details. It's a huge photograph. Okay, it took me a while, but then look at the intricacy of this, the entire pixel, I mean, dot by dot, how it's doing it. So this is like how many seconds? I think 6 seconds, or yeah, 5.9, 6 seconds. You can actually make it lengthier. So it goes on doing it very dexterously, all parts of it. So this is called the Speed Painter. Okay, you just want me to show you all, I'll show, but I'll not render it so that we save some time. So go to apps, or on this itself, if you can just say /, this is a shortcut to get your, okay. No, it's not showing there. So what we will do is, sometimes it doesn't show you the apps through the shortcut. So go into the apps and type here Speed Painter and say enter. It's not Speed Paint, it's Speed Painter. Speed Paint is again credits. So you'll get only 2 credits, and this is much more easier than that. So suppose you don't have a file, then you need to choose the file. But suppose you have a file, let's say a file like yeah, let's say this, and then we put it here. Okay, and then you say, okay, I want the sketch duration to be 1 second. So it's a very fast one. Okay, and then you say generate. So it takes some time to create this. Let it create. We'll come back to it later. So I'll go back to Canva once again to the same file. Okay, so the first one which you have seen, the app, is Speed Painter, which you can use in your Insta Reels. And then the next one is known as, we call it as the bobblehead. Okay, this is page 3. Has it done this? No. It's still doing it. How many of you understand what a bobblehead is? Quickly. Anyone who knows what a bobblehead is?
No.
Yeah, the bobblehead is when you have a very small stature of your structure of your body, but you have a huge, face. That's called a bobblehead. We use it for effects. It's called BOBBLE, bobblehead, HEAD. So you're going to create a bobblehead for some of your flyers, which it can be very interesting. So I'm just waiting for this to get over. Okay. Anyways. So the bobblehead over here is Can you see this? This is called a bobblehead. You can also put it on top of a, you can just pick some other picture and put this bobblehead on top of this just to suit. Okay, now how do we create it? Let's come to this. If you look into this, what I do is I have first you need to go in and look at picking a picture. Okay, take any picture like the picture I have here. Okay, this is the picture I have. Now I want to create a bobblehead out of this person. So what I do is I have one picture, I duplicate this picture. Okay, right click and duplicate, or Command D, Control D also. Now after you duplicate, what you do is you just take the up to the chin part, because we don't want anything else. All right, so we just take up to this part. Now I told you all in Elements there's something called a frame, right? In the frame there's something called a circle frame. So I'm going to take a circle frame, but I will make it look like an oval instead of a circle. Okay, you can keep it as a circle also for better this thing, but yeah. So I'm going to call this photo into this. So now you can see it's become a part of the circle. Now the same guy, I'm going to keep him small, but his head is going to come on top of this. See that the if the collar is standing out a little bit, just rotate him a little bit. Okay, so that it doesn't look out of place. Can you see that? All right. So this is one thing. And then suppose you have a character like this, you can actually put it on a character also. Remove this body and put the character body. Bring him to the front. So that, and see now, you have to adjust it accordingly. It cannot look out of place. So some kind of a labor needed here before we, it shouldn't look like it's brought out of place. All right. This is called a bobblehead. Okay, anyways, I'm going to cancel this because it's going to take a time and also, but this is how you do it. Speed painting is this. Okay. Now I know I'm getting in a lot of app information today, but don't have to worry. There is a recorded version of this. I'm going to upload it to the YouTube, and you can go step by step later also. And that will help us a lot more. All right. So that's bobblehead. And then you have, now we all have done text before, right? But suppose we want to do a text with the image inside it. So what do we do for a text with an image inside it, right? So there's something called a font. Go back to apps. There's something called a font studio. Now, I mean, for you, when you see this, you understand that there's so much that you can do easily in Canva. So you don't have to really work from scratch. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to type some text called Toastmasters. Increase the size if you want to. Later also you can do that. These are the fonts that you can use. So let's say we use something like something like this. Here, when you say letter fill, it does not have to necessarily be always filled with color. It can be filled with an image also. So when you fill it with an image, let's say you're filling it with a beach. See, can you see this? How it comes in? Now I'm going to add this to the design here. And then let me just delete this. This can be increased in size. So this can go on to any picture where you have a beach. All right. So can you see this? This is like, for your magazines and all that, they use this kind of text. So I'm just trying to zoom into it for you all to see how beautifully it has been overlaid onto the text. All right. So this is Font Studio. Then you have something called
Don't do that.
Yeah. Is this clear? So far, so good? Yeah. Now just I'll take you all back to, okay, I'll finish this and then take you all back. Okay, there's something called a choppy crop. So it has to be one word, I think. That's it. Okay, so take this choppy crop is a very interesting thing again. So I'm just going to, I'll upload a picture which of a can over here. It has, and we'll see how we can use this choppy crop over here. Okay, so we have the Sprite can in here. Okay. Now we all know that when we are cropping a picture, we just, use this to crop like this, right? So, but here we can crop it the way we want to crop it in with different designs. So what we do is we go back to the app, Choppy Crop, open it. And since this is already selected, it would come in here. Okay. Now it's in here. So if you can see over here, I am kind of chopping it like this. See, it shows you the preview over here. So I'm going to add this to the design. All right. Then again, I do this and I want to start from where I have ended. So I kind of take this part. Right. So, and then this also I'm going to add to the design. Now I've done a very rough job because I just wanted to run. So you know that these two add up to becoming the particular, what is it called, the design. Now I just, if at all you're using this for some ad or something, you could just, twist and turn this. Okay. And have your, there are various, what is it called? Just give me a second. Yeah, there are various ways in which you could add a circle to the bottom of this, give it a color, and then, add some text in between these two. So suppose I want just to type in a text like what's in. Okay. And I'm going to increase this, change this to something which is kind of different, and rotate this. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it right in here and put it inside here. Something like this, where you kind of want to do an ad or something. So there's more of this that you can enhance to. So this is choppy crop, where you can crop it the way you want to crop it. And then we move to something called a type craft. So we've seen this text, right? We've seen what's in. If you want to add some effects to your text, okay? If you see it here, I'm saying what's in, and then it's coming here. Now here I have this opportunity of making it look the way I want it to look because of this particular app. All right. So if you can see it here, I'm just trying to warp this, and I'm going to change this color to kind of a green and add this to the. So instead of something like as simple as that, I'm going to have, can you see that? So typecraft is where you can actually play across with your text the way you want to. I've already worked on one particular project over here, just for you all to understand how beautiful these effects can get. Let me just show it to you. Yeah, see if you can see here, I have been using typecraft to change the directions of this, and ultimately the whole shoe you can, and then later you can actually, can you see, I mean, if I'll just zoom in, the way the fun and the motivate and all this, just to fill in this area, and in case you just don't want the shoe anymore, you can actually knock off the shoe also, just to give this collage of words. All right. So this is something which you can use as part of your flyers, where you pick original size. How do I get this? So if you just want to ask me, how do I get a shoe which is outlined, or a pant? So you can see all this over here. But then nevertheless, in the graphics, I can always say a shoe. Okay, and all these crown ones are the pro ones. You can just pick one which is not, and then put it here. Anything, like even a pant, I mean a trouser, you can actually put in the text inside this and then remove the trouser. So these are all the very advanced art designs which you can do in Jiffy, thanks to these apps. So let's go back now to the same thing. Okay, now let's do something called a text overlay. Okay, suppose I have a picture over here. The same picture which I have used before, I'm going to use, or another one. Let's say use this picture here. Okay, we have this man running here. Now I want to add a text in front of him and behind him. So I want the text to be both in front and behind. Now first and foremost, the biggest challenge for us nowadays is to remove the background. So again, Canva is very helpful when it comes to background. So what you can do over here is go back to apps and say background eraser. Okay, when you say background eraser, it has so many background erasers. So I'm taking the background cleaner. I've used it and it's free. So now you're here, you see you have 1 of 6 credits. It's again 6 credits. It's fine. So it's transforming my image to becoming a image without a background. Okay. So again, in here, okay, it's gone. Thank God. Now I have this particular image over here. Now I want to put this gentleman as though he's running with the sunset behind him. Okay, so I go back to elements. I go back to pictures this time. Okay, you can also do an AI image generator, but we'll take photos. Okay, so in photos, I'll say sunset over beach. That's it. So just pick up something which is apt and put it as the background. Now suppose this is a square and this is a rectangle. We'll just leave it like this for now. If you see in here, yeah, I'm going to take this particular background and send it to the back. Now this gentleman is in the front. What we can do is we're going to take this up and little more. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Now what I want to do is I want to have a text overlay. So let's say the overlay is like, I'm going to type in a text called, add a heading. I can take already used, if you see the fonts here, you have these fonts. So I can just pick up something like this, maybe, yeah, I can use new opportunities instead. Okay, so if you see, I'm using this particular text called new opportunities. Now, if you don't like this text color, you can always change the color. The blue color can be changed to something which is more appropriate. Yeah. And this to white. Okay, so we have this. Now, let's change, increase the size of this person. Put in somewhere inside. And this could be here. Now, I want the text to be in front of him and behind him, and he should be in the center. Why? Because I want to show that, it's an effect. It's an effect of an overlay. So what I'm doing over here is I'm going to duplicate this. So I have two of this. Now I'm going to call this person in the front. So this text goes behind him. But wherever you're putting that text, this text also has to overlay on top of that. Okay, now this text is also behind him. So I'm going to pull this text to the front. After that, what we are going to do over here is we're going to use an effect on this text, the outside text. Okay, it's called an effect. It's called a hollow effect. Now, if you are using the hollow effect, I think this text is a little dicey because it's a thin text. So we just change the font to something which is a little brighter. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to duplicate this and this. All right. So now this one, which is there on the top, we have two backside behind him and two in the front of him. So you're going to overlay that one on the other, but the outside text, we're going to give it an effect. And what is the effect? It's called the hollow effect. Okay. So that it takes the color of the t-shirt over here. We'll do the same with this also. This also is going to become hollow. And we're going to place it on top of this. Can you see how it has changed? You can actually bring in it here also. But suppose you don't want the backside one also, you can just. Okay. Can you see how the text has taken the color of the t-shirt over here? Right? So these are the effects that you can add to your text overlay when you're doing this. Now coming to this, I see this video, oh, this is not working. Okay. There was a video that was created.
Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Keep going. Tough situations build strong people in the end.
Okay, so you saw that, right? How there was a generation of the background being moving, and then you're just having some kind of a what is it called, text being told over here. Now how did this happen over here? Okay, so we need to understand what's happening over here. First and foremost, if you see this text again, here I have created the same overlay. So there is a text behind and there is a text in the front. Can you see that? So I'm just overlaying so that you get the effect of both. One. Second thing is the background over here. Any picture that you have, let's say any picture like this guy. We have this picture which is static now. We want to create it to become, start move instead of just keeping it static. Let's say for you want to have a motivational quote coming in every day, and you want to use different backgrounds which are moving. So what you have to do is select this, and then, yeah, you have effects which go in here, animate. And in animate, there are lovely effects that you have. The one which I have used is drift. Can you see how it's moving? Now, when you add drift to it, it moves, but there's a white patch that's coming in. It's because your image is smaller when it's moving, so it's not covered. You just make the image big so that when it's moving, it's still, there is a lot that's happening. So now you see. Yeah, can you see the animation that's happening? In this manner, you can have a lot of animations like this guy also here. You can have an animation for him as well. You know, I've put animation both for the background and for him. So you could do any kind of animation. You could have a rise or you could have a pan. All right. So as of now, it's not letting us change the direction. It's only left to right, unfortunately. But whatever. I mean, still it's good enough. All right. So these are the effects that you can use when you're doing a motivational video with a voice coming behind. All right. So next we move into something which is more interesting. Suppose you have a black and white picture like this, or a picture of your grandma, grandfather, or your parents' marriage day, whatever. What you can do is there's something called it's called the Colorize app. If you just type in here, you'll see that there's Colorize. Yeah, just use Colorize. It actually adds a very decent color into it. So I'm just using this. So I hope everyone is still with me and not gone to have dinner.
Yes, it is quite interesting.
Yeah. Yes. Can you see this? How beautifully it's added the color? I mean, it's like really amazing when you look at these things happen. Yeah. So this is called the colorize effect. You can keep using you can actually pick up any grayscale picture and then come in and colorize it. Just get any picture which is black and white and use Colorize app. Then let's move into photo restoration. Yes, it's called the image enhancer, or it's called the pixel enhancer. Naveen, that's your answer. Now, can you see this big billboards and hoardings where you want to put your picture in this thing in a flyer, let's say, and you don't know how to do that. Okay, so I just picked up something like a picture, a background picture like this. It's just a normal image I picked up, and then I went to an app which is known as Reshape. Okay. And you click. So this is Reshape. Now what I will do is I will also upload another picture on top of this. Let's just go to this and pick this person here. Or better still, I just go to uploads and take a picture from there. Yeah, I'll just pick up a picture like this. Okay. And go into this place, and over here I have this picture, and I'm not liking the color combination of these two, so I click on the color which I want, and I say apply colors to page. So still it's not happening because this is a picture. So what you can do with this picture to get this blue tint is go to edit, any picture, always edit, and then go to adjust. After you go to adjust, there's a whole lot of thing that is happening here. Now, every picture has got a background and a foreground, right? So I'll go to the background and I want to give it a blue tint. All right. This is a very powerful tool that they have. So here I'm going to change the tint to this is becoming pink. Even before I change this, I'll change the temperature to blue, which is like a warm temperature, and then change this to something which is close by. All right. And then I can actually increase the saturation of the background or decrease it. Okay, depending on what kind of color you're looking at. All right. So I got something okay kinds, right? For those who don't know, if you can use shadow, see if the picture's got too much of shadows, not taken it in the proper sunlight, in the light, what you can do is you can actually decrease the shadows. Okay, we're doing this for the background now. If it's got too much of highlight, like too much of light has fallen, even your personal pictures on you, it's called the highlight. You can decrease the highlight and you will see it's lost. So now what I'm doing is I've done this for the background. The guy is okay, he's in blue. So foreground, I'm still going to show you all how the foreground also gets affected when I talk about shadows. See, if I talk about shadows, now this gentleman here does not have much of a shadow, but still if you want to look at some areas on his t-shirt, you can actually decrease the shadow. Okay. Yeah, the other way around here. In Photoshop, it's decreasing. So here, when you increase the shadow, you can see that you're bringing more of his detail into light. Okay, Okay, similarly, highlights. If you just look at this, you're decreasing the highlights doing this. If you do this way, it's actually, you're putting it more in the darker side. This is the other way around. Okay, so in case there's a lot of shadow that is there on your picture, you want to bring him out of the shadow, his eyes are not revealed or something, so you can actually do this, move the pointer towards the right. Okay, as of now, we'll keep everything the same. Now, one thing interesting over here is, suppose I'm trying to play with the foreground. I actually have a very good picture of Madhuri Dixit. I'm going to take you all there. But you can actually change the t-shirt color over here, if you see. Okay, because I've just set the foreground, what I can do, sorry, not the foreground. What you do is take the whole image, but go to the place where the blue is, click on the blue, and you can actually change the color of the t-shirt. You see that? Yeah, you can actually make it lesser saturated so it doesn't look too bright. Can you see that? Sometimes what happens is the face tone also gets added to, if he's wearing a snuff color t-shirt or something, even the face color changes. So you need to be a little mindful as to how you're doing it. So this is about the foreground and background. Okay, now we have a picture and we want to use it on the billboard. Like Unikrishnan has got his DTM award. So we want to put him with the DTM award on top of a billboard or on top of a huge building hoarding. So that is when you use something called a reshape app. See this? So select the image, and this image I want to put it on top of let's say this side, okay, on the right side. So I'm going to take it here and make it bigger than the billboard, okay, let's say. Then I choose reshape, and I prefer using distort. Okay, yeah, I select this. This is called the warp or the distort. See the small handles here? You can actually take them there and put them, to cover up the billboard. Now, the images which we are using here probably might not be the right kind. However, just to show you all how it goes, yeah. Can you see that? Oh, sorry. Take you all there again. 1 second. See, this is one side handle. Then you have a handle here. So I'm just trying to keep it as much as I can closer. And then you say save. When you say save, this kind of gets onto that area. Can you see that? So this is how you can add to any of those canvases and all that, the picture, using reshape. In reshape, you have other things also. Suppose I select this. There's something called perspective. Let's use perspective. Yeah. After using one, you can actually start, you can use the other ones. I don't know how many of you all have seen what perspective is. Perspective is when one side is converged and the other side is expanded. Like, okay, yeah. Anyways, you can actually play with these things. Okay, this is a perspective over here that you see. But we'll not spend too much time. Okay, for also this, you can actually pick this kind of stuff. You can select everything over here and unselect the background. Copy this entire thing. I like this. You can actually, yeah. So here we brought even the background. Can you see this? It actually stands very good over here. All right. So there, once you've created a background or text thing and all that, you can actually do a lot more with the posters. All right. This is one thing. And then this is something called a text warp. Again, it's a very simple one. You can try it later. And now I'll just close this quickly and I'll take you to the last file that I wanted to show you. Okay, here if you see again, this is a template that I picked up. I'll just use a new fresh one. I just picked up a template I've shown you all before, right? Some, okay, no, yeah, something like this. This is a pro one. Any template that you pick up, like, suppose you've created something like this, and then you want to give it a color, you can actually get into this and then bring in the Toastmasters logo. If it's here, if it's here, let's make it. So you could bring in the Toastmasters logo into this. There's also a black and white logo for that matter. Why am I showing you all this is from a template how you all can actually work. So bring in Toastmasters logo over here and then try seeing if you can apply colors to the page. All right. Yeah. So you could just do something like this over here and then take each one and then try to go back to the app called Colorize. Go in here, colorize and replace. Select each image over here and try to colorize it. So you are going to not start from scratch. You wouldn't be able to think of something like arch and putting in pictures as a reel over there and all that. So you can just pick something which is very close to you. Like suppose you're trying to wish people, you know, for autumn or spring or yeah. Can you see that it's added its own color over here? So you can actually do that with all of these. All right. So always try to start from a template. Go to design, go to a template. And in the template, you suppose you don't know which template, like you're looking at a collage. So if you type collage, you'll get all the collages. So you can directly use the collages. But maybe the color is not your color, like Toastmasters color. Like I told you all, right? So what you could do here is, yeah. So what you could do here is again, get our brilliant Toastmasters logo here and go to the right click and apply colors. So still if it is not working, it's because it's a, what do you say, picture, which is a photography. So what you will do here is remove the collage, go to styles, pick up the Toastmasters palette, try to use them as much as you can. Try to see if you can make something out of it. Is that clear so far? Yeah. So I've done this, okay. I think this is something which we today, I mean, if I continue doing more, it kind of can get a little too much. So probably we stop, but yeah, I just thought I'll show you all this market exit thing. Yeah. If you want to change the sarees or your costumes, the dresses that you've worn in your photographs that you're sending out for the flyer, this is again, you have something which is very interesting, which I just showed you all. First and foremost, you can just go to the photograph, edit, adjust, always edit. Okay, if you want to change the image photograph, you just have to go to edit and then come into this. Suppose you want to change only the let's say I want to change the background to make it become completely black and white. So I changed can you see this here? It's black and white and only she's in the color. Now I want to change her sari border, let's say. So I just come to whole image, not just the background. Now her sari colors are predominantly green and the rust color. So what I'll do is the rust color is also her face color, so we have to be a little more mindful there. But I can change this to become different colors. Okay, can you see that? It's also showing her face. So we need to be a little more careful over here. Okay, but for the green color, there's no other green, so you can be rest assured that can you see how beautifully it's changing the color of the saree? Yeah. So this is the beauty of having Canva and its imaging tools. So I think, yeah, I've done recently whatever I wanted to achieve, I've achieved. Try to use all these beautiful techniques anytime, any doubts, I'm always there. Like this one, is not a very interesting color combination, let's say. So this is what I said. Select, go to design, go to templates, I mean styles, and you have your style over here of Toastmasters. So just use this and try to see if you can apply this. Oh, sorry, I didn't select this. No, you need to bring in the logo. If we can, let's see if we can just bring in the logo once. Every time you want to add some kind of a color, which is Toastmasters brand, just bring in the logo. I do that. That's the simplest thing to do, and apply colors to the page. So, okay, this one I have not used it for the Toastmasters because it is not helping. It doesn't help sometimes when it's a image. Okay, so the only thing that you can do with such kind of templates is go back to design, templates, styles, and try using the different palettes that you have here. Okay, why is it showing apply to all pages? I don't know. But yeah. So you have so many palettes happening here. You can actually, is it selecting only this? Anyways, you can actually do have it for different palettes over here. Apart from that, when you have an image, there's a lot more that you can do over here. I would suggest, why don't you all try them? Like you have shadows, if it's an image like this, let's see, you can actually create shadows over here when you talk about edit. Okay, go into shadow and create a drop shadow to it. Can you see that? Okay, so that's about it for now. I hope it wasn't too much. Yeah. Thank you, Bhuvanika, for that red light. I could hardly see that anyways. Thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all recorded, so we can still use all this for different flyers and even personal ones. Thank you, DTM Muni, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, audience.
Yeah, thank you so much, teaching. Toastmaster Rashmi, our district program quality director is here. So can you invite her for a quick message? I think she is here. Yes.
I would like to welcome Dr. Muniba Ali to IES Toastmaster. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. TT Mundi and Toastmaster Rashmi, let the meeting continue. I'm here. It's fine.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for the wonderful educational section, ma'am. We got a wonderful insight about overall the usage of Canva because we don't know such a wonderful features are still available within the basic version itself. Thank you so much for the insight for giving such a wonderful educational section. So without further delay, I would like to go to the next section. So the next section is our evaluation section. So I would like to invite Toastmaster sign up to evaluate Toastmaster Anju's speech. Toastmaster sign up, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rashmi. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, we witnessed a leader who knew the way to motivating her team and making the sports day a big success in India Club, Toastmasters Club, and ensuring that her members get their hands wet and practice as leaders for this event. And finally, she showed the way by recognizing their achievements at the event in front of all of their families and friends. Toastmaster Anju, you have shown us the epitome of being a leader. Congratulations on leading and managing a successful event. I loved how you started your speech with imagine. imagining how a successful event would run. And you've asked a very important question to all of the audience about what is leadership. You engaged, you provoked the audience to think and reflect. And what came out was delegation. Delegation is key to leadership, and you have beautifully illustrated this in your speech. And you used many descriptive words such as fierce competition, screaming from the heart, watching the athletes in action, pure chaos, convivial of atmosphere. You actually used the word of the day, which was a great to hear in your speech, and using descriptive words, and you showed how to be a good leader. Now, with all leaders and good speakers, there's always room for improvement. There's two things I would suggest for you to work on for your next speech. The first is in your speech, if you could, since you've spoken all about being a leader, if you could mention a bit about what your XCOM felt, the members who took part as a leader, how did they feel about it? So that it comes as an evaluation for you as a leader and as us as audience, just to hear how they felt being led by you. And the second thing I would mention, I would recommend or suggest would be time management. Your speech was a bit more than nine minutes, and it should be at 7 minutes. So just work on your time management, and you got a really good speech, along with a good leadership as well. Overall, it was a great speech you've given. You have shown that you are a very good leader, the epitome of a leader we saw in your speech in the event. You have really engaged the audience with your question and your descriptive words. Just work on getting more of reflection from your XCOM, the members you worked with, and work on your time management. That's it. And all the very best in your leadership and your next speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saina, for the wonderful evaluation. Hope your suggestion will proceed Toastmaster Anju for her next journey for the speech. So without further delay, we will going into the end of our section, report and closing. So I would like to request our Toastmaster Bhuvanika to present Wordmaster, Accountant and Grammarian report. Toastmaster Bhuvanika.
Hi, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Resmi. Okay, first of all, I start from my counter report. Toastmaster Resmi, 9 hours, 1 hour. Toastmaster Anju, 3 hours. Toastmaster Sign Up, 1 hour. Toastmaster Distinguished Toastmaster Anita Naidu, I think more is less than 5 because I couldn't count because its session is so insightful because I forgot to listen the and sound because I already engaged in this valuable session. Thank you very much. And this is my report. And then second, the grammarian report. We can I observe that there are so many proper use of the language. Teamwork makes a dream works. Esteem dignitaries, overcome compacted challenges, meticulous. Like our speakers and our role players use many proper use of language, as well as I can see little. It means very less misuse of language. It like misuse of tenses, and sometimes he. When we use he, then it should be likes, not like. So it's very minor error, so we can rectify in this from our next meeting. As a word master, Toastmaster Anju use 1 time, and distinguished Toastmaster Anta use 1 time this word. And I have some suggestions for your improvements, for especially for art and reduce the as well as increase of the proper grammar. Practice, practice, practice. This is the mantra, as well as I think this is the good thing. If we practice, we can reduce these words, as well as we can increase our grammar, proper grammar usage. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhuvanika, for the reports. Next, we would like quickly go to the end part. Some person who is listening to our all from the first time onwards is listening everybody. So we would like to get the valuable evaluation for our whole meeting. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Uday as to give the general evaluator suggestions to for our meeting. Toastmaster Uday.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi, and hats off to you, DTM Unikrishnan and Toastmaster Bhuvanika for making this meeting a very convivial and a successful one. I believe there were only 3 members from your club, if I'm not mistaken. DTM Unikrishnan?
Yeah, five members.
Right now,
Right now,
there are
5
5.
members. Yeah.
Great. So, what an energetic meeting. The meeting started with dual role by Toastmaster Rashmi on time, and then it was handed over to DTM Onikrishnan, who gave a detailed in his own style with quotes from different people, and then we started with the speech given by Toastmaster Anju, and which was equally very well evaluated by Toastmaster Jaina. And we love to hear, I will say, Professor Anita or DTM Anita, whatever you can call her. She has so much depth of knowledge that it was just overwhelming. I mean, there is no way. I mean, it almost took more than an hour, and she was continuing and with more knowledge to be shared. So I just missed what was the timing for the evaluator, but nevertheless, the meeting was very well conducted, and I really enjoyed it. And let's hope that the meeting continues with more knowledge and we can share amongst each other. So best of luck and hope to see you again in your next meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uday, for the wonderful evaluation for the all meeting. Thank you so much. We are running out of time. So I would like to quickly hand over my platform to DTM Unikrishnan to close our meeting. Toastmaster DTM Unikrishnan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi. Before closing, so I would like to invite our District Program Quality Director, DTM Dr. Muniba Ali, to just address our club. Please, the virtual podium is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, President DTM Unikrishnan, for inviting me for this meeting. I joined when DTM Anita was giving the Canva masterclass. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, DTM Anita, for such a wonderful masterclass. And though I missed my dear friend Toastmaster Anju's speech, I could understand her speech from Toastmaster Zainab's evaluation. And I love the club, the way the GE concluded the evaluation in a few words, but very encouraging words. This is what we learn in Toastmasters. I always say about a group photo mentality. See, something related to Canva. It's not like Canva, something related to designs and photos. In a group photo, if you are in a group photo, where do you look in the group photo? Your face, right? Even if it is in a corner with such a weird look also, the first glance will always go to your face. This is quite natural, and you'll be like all smiles if you're looking too good in it. And if you are a Canva master, you might try to crop it and put it as your profile picture also. But this is quite natural. But what you acquire in Toastmasters is you look the other people's photo, and try to appreciate them, and you will tell how good they look in the photo. So this is an acquired quality, I should say, and the happiness is manifold multiplied if someone else tell you are good in it, or you tell someone else you are good in it. This is what Toastmaster has taught me so far, to appreciate others and to be happy with that appreciation, to give the appreciation and to take the appreciation. I'm so happy that DTM Unikrishnan has called me for this meeting to address your club, and I would open-heartedly tell you, like, appreciate others. This is a good quality you learn in Toastmasters, and very few moments I've been like half of the meeting I've attended, I've only heard appreciative words. I think the word of the day was fathom. I cannot fathom how much dedication and effort you have put into such an amazing meeting, to organize such an amazing meeting. And it's late. Good night to all of you. And thank you, DTM Unikrishnan, for arranging such a wonderful meeting in this day. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM, Dr. Manivaliva, for your message and our valuable presence. Thank you so much. So I would like to, right moment, we are short of time, but at this point in time, I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to DTM and Naidu for such a vibrant and this session, and we will share this in our YouTube in very shortly, I believe. And Toastmaster Udayji always be in our whenever we are require some help, definitely he is there to support us. And we have Toastmaster Bhuvanar. I believe that he's one of the convivial personality among us whenever we require. He's a great leader, and apart from that, district 127 area 30 DTAC ambassador. So he is the great asset for our club. I am strongly, it's an affirmable person. Whenever, what time, he doesn't bother about it. He is always with us, and it's a great asset. And our host of the day, Toastmaster Rashmi, and Toastmaster Sainaba, and our champions area, because it's a very small club. We recently opened this club, but we could good awards with the international contest of area 13. Toastmaster Mithun and Sainaba got second place in table topics as well as third place in humorous. So we are doing good, and we are less in numbers, but we are moving ahead. So with this note, everyone's permission, and I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Area Director Naveen Frank, and spend some time with us, and all the guests, because it is now the time constraint. I knew that you people are because we are going to listen tomorrow. And once again, I really thanks to Ditya Ananda Naidu for your time and presence. At the same time, our district program quality director, even though she was so busy, but she spent this much of time and her wisdom. Thank you so much, and good night to all, and we will see you in the next meeting.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody, and thank you for the invite. Thank you very much for the invite.
And thank you.
Good night.
It was a wonderful meeting.
Thank you.
Thank